screen. I'm going to load the game up and it's going to instantly go quiet because it does that. Let me go over to here. This bling. And say hello, hello, good evening. I hope you're having a wonderful and fantastical day today. And everything is awesome and fantastic in your world. We are going to obviously play some more Foundry today. I've got to change something there. There we go. Boom. And yeah, we're going to continue on with our water world playthrough and see what we can do and see if we can start moving something off to somewhere for something. So yeah, I think I've jumped the gun a little bit on trying to get trains going as early as I have. It's nice to get the layout done, but I really don't want to be relying on trains at the moment. I really should be still using conveyor belts for things like one segment of our town factory world. Factory world, yeah, should be just for building right now, like putting everything into just one place. So that's the idea. Froggy, why can I not hear that? Why does it do that? OBS has this weird thing at the moment where like I can't hear the redeem media going off. It's called redeem media for my internal name for it in OBS, but it's not going off. Like I can't hear it. It's very, very, very strange. So yeah. Darius, not Delirious. Darius, hello, hello, good evening. It is a water world. It is a water world. I don't know if you've seen the previous stream. Let me go to here. Shrink myself down to here. And when the game captures, because it's taking a longer time to capture because I haven't got the force fix enabled. I need to do that. I forgot that last playthrough. There we go. Bing, it's captured. So we're on an island here, and there's water. Let me tell them there's water, and more water, and more water. And if I bring the map up, water. It's great. It's great. Drown the hedgehog. That's a redeem I need to do. I need to do the sonic drowning thing. I need to do that at some point. So yeah. Bing. Not all veins. All patches. Bing. So we don't know what these are yet. So yeah, I think I might use this one just as an everything factory for the moment, so we can get like everything. So we can get everything for the moment. And then we would expand out once we get to a point of like I need to build a factory that's making conveyor belts, that's making maybe some miners, assemblers, you know, making the essentials, making the train things, stuff like that. So I need to build our mall like now, but it also needs to just take the raw ore in and do that. Although I could come over here and put smelters in over here, but I might just put it like right here next to the edge of this and do it, and then we can expand it out later when we come to actually, once I've got the resources to expand. That's the problem, expanding without the resources. So it's not fantastic. It's not working very well. So yeah, so I need to do that, which means I need to probably turn more building block flooring, because yeah, I'm still not 100% sold on these rails being underwater. It looks nice because you know, they look like boats as they're going around, but it's very awkward to do things. Right. Yeah, let's go over here. So down. Are we? Let's do that. Okay. We have a 32 by 32 platform being in there. I'm one out on it. Oh yeah, should have gone one more. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we want to, on here, have some assemblers making assemblers doing things. So we've got over here iron ore and Techum being done, so we can ship them over. We just belt them over for the moment. And what is this doing here? This is doing science pack, so we're still getting our science coming in for the moment, so that's fine. I really want to did make some. Yeah, don't a minute. So we'll leave that doing the science, but I want to tap into this guy, feed over there, and that guy feed over there, which is easier said than done. So not sure how high I need to come to go over the rail, but I could technically temporarily break the rail. Or I could put in some boxes and just manually move stuff. That's going to be easier. That's going to be easier. Let me create 2 boxes. So I'm going to... do that. I'm going to put the 2 boxes in the center. Should be 16 and 16, is that right? Yep, there you go. Oh, right. Okay, let's put one there, put one there. We'll have an output. And an output. Okay. And then these will be for Techum and Xeno Ferrite, which is why I want to tap into these guys and bring them over. Can I just do that? Can we just do that? Let's see. Let's have an output there. And we'll bring it out this way and go along here. Go over that one, no problem. About that. Make life easier for myself by staggering these by one. That, and then we can have an input and an input. It just makes life so much simpler. And then we need to go up and over the train track. There. Need to make a few more conveyor belts. We'll switch over to Mark II conveyor belts as well at some point. But no, stop that. That's what we'll build. That's what we'll build here. So you're gonna have an output there. Oh, I'm doing it again, aren't I? I'm trying to jump up and fly up and do things, forgetting a drone exists. So there. You want to go there. And then this just wants to go. Oh no, can't do that. It's got to come over one more. Okay. There it goes under the train now. Excellent. Okay. So. Okay. Now here, I want to have, well, first and foremost, I want by making flooring, no power. Of course there's no power. Oh dear, I don't know how to get power over there. Didn't think about this. The ignium is there, isn't it? One up there, there's one down there. Can I get myself a burner generator? Nope, need dinner for our plates. That's okay. We can yank them from here. Okay. And can I? I'm very surprised I did not. Put in a catch box for this. So input. Put a burner generator there. Put a little box there. Have a out and an in. We'll grab all of that when it's done, but first of all, let's go and grab the stuff from over here. That was east. It was not east, it was that. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I'm in the drone. I'm in the drone mode. That's why I can't figure out which direction I'm facing, because I'm not turning around.
We've got the elevator. That'll certainly lift our ambitions to the next level. If in doubt, check the information database to understand how to use it.
I can't get to it this way.
Additionally, we now have unlocked the ability to scan for lava cave access shafts in case you plan to set up thermorelite smelting. Once again, check the lava cave information database page for more information.
I'll think about it. Should be able to go down this tunnel. We built this so that I can actually walk down it, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. You're actually emptying. Oh. Okay. Build me another drone miner. We're going to need more than one. Go. Which is only for the 200. That's only a stack, isn't it? So, give me a stack. Right. So, you're going to do flooring. You need 1, 2. You're going to need a load of boxes to make the small ones. That's fine. Boing, boing. I really feel like I've put maybe too much space in here. That might be too big. Oh look, lava cave shafts. Hey, look at that, half the map emptied. I think a lot of these are going to be empty space in a lot of the factories. Made me visible. Oh, good you. But hello Wanderer, hope you're having a good day. Now, I haven't thought about building vertically either. I was always trying to build stuff on the ground floor. Yeah, you fill up very, very quickly, don't you? Right, so I want to put in that there and have a input, output. So you can start fitting for that. Awesome. Right, now I want to make conveyor belt Mark 2s. Yeah. Yeah, make conveyor belt R2s. Yeah, I think I do. I remember how I did the other one. Or it had the drop-offs. And we had the Mark 1s being made. And then afterwards you had the Mark 2s being made. And after that we had the Mark 3s being made. And then the Mark 4s with all the drop-offs. Do I want to start building that in here? So I think this is too big. I'll go to there and to there. That would encompass that. But even the blast furnaces weren't this big, were they? Let me have a quick nosy nose at a previous stream. Well, trying to find where I look at the map and look at the size of a blast furnace with the new smelter things. Where would I find that? Let's go and have a look at the problem is finding the thumbnails really don't help me. In the last stream where I had the thing, I had the Xeno Power, and that was we started doing this cement. And we did power in the oh yeah, the power failed, didn't it? So I want to go to the stream before that, because the stream before that was the one where we I was in the middle of doing stuff. It all broke because I didn't have enough. We ran out of steel. Ran out of not steel. We ran out of plates. Oh, it's so awkward. Trying to skip through the thumbnail just to have a quick look see. I don't think I can see it there. I don't remember how big the blast furnaces were, how big I need to do things, because they're the only ones that have the large footprint. The blast furnaces and the Xeno Power Plant. Now, the Xeno Power Plant is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 small squares large. There's only 2 tiles. So I think I'm building this too big. How much space will I need for parking? Let me... Let's go down here. Doesn't matter where we start the parking. The awkward thing is, I've got 72 tracks on me. That'd be kind of annoying. I think if we shrink this down, I'm gonna put them all on the surface again. Because at night time I can't see them. I can't. They're barely visible. So anyway, we would go. Come off of here somewhere, come down, turn around, it would come straight down, it would have parking here, parking, and then at the end it goes along to the bottom of the factory and feeds in, and then this one goes up and turns that way to the top of the factory to pick up, and then that returns and plugs in there. That's the idea. Parking place must be 16 tiles long, so they're there between those two. So it's only that long. There's 2 tiles. That's a train with 3 carriages on it, so it's only 2 tiles. So and then you have the curve on the end after that. So we have that. You have the curve at the start, like that. So that's the minimum size it can be. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles it would use. So they come off 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. So they come off here, come down, park in here, come off here, come down next to this, come back again, put on. It's only using 4 tiles. It's only using a single chunk. That leaves 3. Yeah, I think I am going to shrink this down to like here and make it instead of being 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll make it 3 by 3. What I was originally going to do, 3 by 3. Yeah. This one doesn't work though, because that means we come up and then the roundabout's there and it's going to run straight into the this. So around about there, and then when the trains come off they have to go around this. I mean, we have to redesign the connection. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not happy with this. This is going to be, so if I was to 1, 2, 3, 4. If I was to come off here and come down with the line down in the middle of this, or here, and then come off, they would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that right? So yes, now I'd have to come off this tile here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down this one. Oh no, could go down there. Where is... Then we go 16. And that turns in that way, which I just have to cut off the belts a little bit for testing purposes. I think like that. One out actually. So if I came in off here, that would come in, come along and go down the middle of the tile, which would put it there in the middle of that tile, which is perfectly fine. Obviously it would be down further because we'd have to build the junction. It needs a junction connected onto this here, but the junction wants to be here somewhere, which could ideally come off of where the first, so oh yeah, no, this is wrong because this roundabout's larger. That's why. That's why it's wrong. That's why it's not 16 tiles. That's fine. But it could come off here like that. So this is the left-hand track, so that comes off there like that. That's too close. That's way too close. If we then came back, 16 tiles would bump into that, because that would push this from the center of this tile to right there. So that is too close, but that's okay because anyway, well no, actually, because the return is 2 over from it and it comes back again and goes that way. Right, I'm going to move the rails. I'm going to move the rails. I don't like the rails being underwater. It looks pretty, but it's not functional. It's too difficult to play with. So, let's go and catch that train. Let you carry on doing your thing. You can fill over there for the moment. That's fine. Where's the train? There it is. Train stop. Ding. Okay. So turn left and go for it. We're going too far. Plus the power poles weren't even connected. Wow, okay. We went way too far. Go backwards. Oh. I did save this blueprint, didn't I? The large roundabout? Large curves, the roundabout large, yes I did. Okay. This is going to be slightly awkward to do. But there it is there. I need to collect all the tracks, the power poles and all the bits and pieces, but I want to go minimal. And then I want to collect everything, but I'm really concerned that it's going to collect the stuff in the center. It shouldn't do. No. Tracks. I'll have to disconnect these because these are no longer high enough. Oh, I just picked up a lot of that.
Hello there.
Tag, hello there. I heard that. I heard the hello there. I didn't hear Sonia speaking. But it was working yesterday. It was working yesterday. Microsoft Sonia was not found for the WebSocket Speak Action 4. How was Microsoft Sonia not found for the what? No. This is fine. Hold on. It was working yesterday, wasn't it? I'm sure it was working yesterday. Much done. Oh, I've gone from 3 voices to 26 voices. It doesn't help that the speaker bot window can't be enlarged. It's like it's a fixed size and you can't enlarge it, so I'm missing half the settings on it. Let's try for a third time.
Tagartin is on a 50 stream streak. Awesome.
Yay! Was that loud enough? That's the next question. It was quite quiet for me. Was that loud enough? Was that okay? Was that good? She's back. She's back, and apparently I have 26 voices that I can now process from by installing Microsoft Sonia natural voicing, natural voice SAPI adapter. I don't know why 26 ever turned up, but I'm not going to worry about that. But there we go. Awesome. Tag, hello, good evening. Thank you for the 50 streams in a row. I hope you have been having a wonderful, wonderful day today. It's working now though, but that's good. This is good. It's good. I don't know what I just did. I just did something very, very strange. But anyway, let's get back to this now. Right, so get rid of this here. Right. I want to bring you up by 2. We're going back to here. In fact, we're going to go up quite far to here. Paste. Because I want to lower down this guy to be level. Oh dear. With this, is that right? Must go down by 1. Okay. And about large, save. Yes. Okay, pick up everything. Now go down. No, don't copy. Move down. No, that's still under the water by one. Can I open the box and take a drop? I can. Somehow I can still use my inventory from far away. Cool. Oh, I can't do that, can I? No. But that's okay, because if one lacks up, then the rest will be fine. One links up, it'll be fine. So, paste that there. Zoom. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Now, I want to get out this train, pick the train up, put it on these tracks. Yeah. Because we're going to have to redo the these ones. So, can I... Let's over there, go up by like 12 or something. And then, I want to wander all the way down here and pick all this up. Do. Confirm. Get everything. Do. Okay. Oh. No, that was... Get everything. Now we're going to go back that way. Go, 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 go. I found a decent deal on a 5070. Nice. Nice. Very nice. I just upgraded from a 7800 XT to a 9070. The non-XT version, because I looked at all the reviews for it and was like, I don't see the point of paying an extra £200 for about 20%. So yeah, I had loads of issues with it, actually, to start with. Not issues with it. I was trying to do issues with the AV1 encoding, because AV1 on AMD, not fantastic. Not fantastic. And I fixed it. I managed to figure it out in the end. But yeah, so, but nice, having a 5090s, a 5070, 5090. Right, if you found a deal on a 5090, I'd be impressed. And I'd still take it up to buy it. But, yeah, 5070 is quite nice. Go. I should have. I don't buy Nvidia because I don't like them. I'm not a fan of the way they're doing things. They reek of Intel back in the day. We have a better processor by about 20%. We're going to charge you twice the price. So yeah, don't really like Nvidia for that. But yeah. But also now don't like Nvidia because they are absolutely wrecking everything for everyone by pushing the AI bubble. Everyone should be doing AI, but AI is making our lives terrible. But everyone should still be doing it because it's wonderful and everyone loves AI. Nobody other than the big tech boys who think it's a fantastic thing.
Thank you for the 11 long months of subscribing, Shadow BP92. Hey HH and I use Nvidia.
So there. Okay, so I want to
Shadow BP92 has been subscribed on Twitch for 11 months and says, "Hey HH and I use
Shadow,
Nvidia."
hello, good evening. Yes, you do. Yes. Well, but you didn't pay like 2,000 quid for a graphics card. You're using Nvidia. Why? They're a horrible company. Don't do it. Next you'll be telling me you'll use Apple as well. This is all personal preference, by the way. I don't like Nvidia as a company. I don't like Apple as a company. I feel they rip people off. And they consistently rip people off. The FOMO. They prey upon FOMO. And it's bad. Very, very bad. Confirm copy. Save. Get existing. Roundabout. Save. If there is, yeah. Whereas some of the Nvidia current pricing, they're all like, oh, it's expensive now. Yeah. Because you made it expensive. You are literally in control of pricing, and you have chosen to make it expensive. Oh, I didn't delete the other one. Don't. I need to do that. I need to come delete the old one because I don't have the stuff on me. Right. Go that way by one. A bit down. There. I don't actually know where the center is here. There. Which might be there, might not be there. Let's find out. That up. Paste. Oh no, I'm well out. There. Nope. More. Oh, no, too far. Too far. Okay. Boom. Pink. Paste. There we go. Good thing to come out of the Apple was the iPod. Yeah. My issue with Apple, I'm not saying the iPhone is a bad phone. It's not a bad phone. The iPhone is a wonderful phone. The problem is it's way too expensive. It is easily twice the price it should be for the hardware that's inside it. And Apple's closed ecosystem means that they've got you. They've got you completely. You know, if you use iTunes for something, you can't use that music anywhere else if you have any music on it. You can't extract it out. It's in iTunes. So it's like, what the hell? And this would have been 15 years ago or so. iTunes on Windows 98 XP, I think XP, you couldn't uninstall iTunes. There was a whole thing of you can't get rid of iTunes you can't get rid of the iTunes updater until iTunes is uninstalled. You uninstall iTunes, it forces the machine to restart without asking you, and then the updater reinstalls iTunes because it finds it's not installed. And it wasn't a bug, it was the way it was programmed. And you had to contact their support to find out how to get rid of it, and they just basically told you to go into safe mode and delete files and stuff, which I knew how to do anyway. But it's like, why would you build an application that way? Why would you purposely trap people into your ecosystem? Oh right, money. That's why. You want to rip everybody off. That's why. Okay. So yeah, predatory tactics by Apple. I don't like them whatsoever. Steve Jobs was a fantastic entrepreneur. I'm not going to be wrong with that. I'm not knocking what he achieved, but no, Apple as a company, not my thing. But then, excuse me, there are no companies that are out to help you. They all just want your money. They all just want your money. There's no companies actually physically out there that want to help you. They'll be wonderful and happy and fantastic to you so long as you're giving them money. And as soon as they get your money, they will then... Oh, hello. Excuse me. I currently have... I've just got a 9070. AMD 9070. RX 970. I've used AMD stuff for a very, very long time. I didn't like AMD back in the day when they... no, sorry. I liked AMD when they brought ATI because it did good stuff with it. I didn't like NVIDIA when they brought 3DFX because they ruined it. They went and did it and then did stuff themselves with it. So that was they took the technology and then went, oh, that's our technology now. Not doing it. AMD's probably done the same thing. Probably AMD's probably done the same thing. Not saying they haven't. Why does this feel wrong? Yeah. Oop. You're in the way. Go away. Sure. Oh, I haven't got the GRE. I've got the RX. The GRE to 12 gigabyte. I've got the 16 gigabyte version. I didn't go for the XT one because here it was like 200 quid more, and I didn't see the point of that, although after I bought this one, I've now seen that you can get the XT version, not GX version. You can get the XT version for about 50 quid more. So I'm like, okay. Really wish I'd have seen that. But it doesn't matter. I don't need a major graphics card for gaming, which sounds bizarre considering what I do here, but I cap all my frame rates at 30 FPS, at 60 FPS. I don't have them running free roam or anything like that. I always cap them at 60, regardless of what the card can do, because I've never saw the point of telling my computer to become a space heater in my machine when 60 FPS is absolutely fine. I don't need 200 and whatever. So the graphics card, but I wanted the newer one because I wanted better AV1 encoding. And then had a hell of a time trying to get it to actually work, interestingly enough. And it turns out that it wasn't anything to do with the card or anything like that whatsoever. It was all to do with the software I was using. Yeah. It's got all these I turned all of them on. I turned all the, when I first got it, I turned all the settings on, turned fluid motion frames and frame generation, all this wonderful stuff. And the games looked horrible. They looked really bad. So I was like, why would... So I turned it off and switched it to quality mode to enable the sharpening, which I normally have turned on. And I was like, oh, that's better. Now my games look the way I want them to look. And also, the frame rates were unstable as well. You'd get like 240 FPS, and then the next scene you get 71, and it's really jarring. Playing the game is really, really jarring. So, bleh. Yeah. Most of them have only two. I've had a 68, a 78, a 6800 XT, a 7800 XT. A friend of mine has a 7700 XT, and I've now got the 9070. They've all got 4 ports on them. Normally 2 display ports, 2 HDMI. This one I've got, I specifically went for a version that had 3 display port and 1 HDMI. So, yeah. I want to know what happened to Mini DisplayPort. I really want to know what happened to that, because Mini DisplayPort had fantastic potential. It was like, it had the daisy chain option to it, so you could plug one monitor into another monitor and into another monitor, and just daisy chain them, and they would all work long things. Because DisplayPort can do ridiculous stuff, you know. So, but it just kind of disappeared. I don't know what exactly happened to it. So, right. So we're going to have here, and here, which means in between we're going to have a cross with no section. That's fine. I'm not fussed about 100% coverage. That's not a problem. What I do want to do, however, is figure out a way to go in between these two here and do a swap over for the power poles. But the problem is, this is not the correct roundabout. This output on the roundabout is not the right size. So I need to figure that out on a different connection. I also am very confused as to why I don't have any train signals, when I should have picked up all the train signals from here, and there was one on either side. And for some reason, because I haven't picked up that roundabout yet. That's why. That's why. Okay. But yeah, but when I was playing Marvel Rivals, saying that Shadow, I did the whole enhanced sync in it, so the frame rate could jump up much higher because it's supposed to give you a competitive edge. And again, because the frame rate wasn't stable, it was going up and down and up and down, the game didn't feel smooth. So I really felt like it was better capping the frame rate at like 60, even though, you know, it gives you a disadvantage apparently. But no, I honestly felt like having a smooth frame rate and a stable frame rate is better than having a million frame rate. But maybe I'm just old and I'm not up to date with all the fancy gaming stuff nowadays. Don't really do competitive stuff. Wouldn't mind playing a bit more Marvel Rivals at some point, but just never really never really managed to succeed with that game. That was the problem. We need to move that there. So, we then need to put this one here. So can we... do this. Where's that gone? That's gone to there. That's gone way too far. That's okay though. We will forward the train all the way. PC, I kept mine at 160 FPS. Best one monitor itself to. Yeah, if you just turn on VSync, let it do that. I mean, I've forced mine to 60 because, again, I stream at only 30, so you know it's not like wasting frames because, but yeah, if you can no, we're going right under the train, aren't we? Yeah. So it's going to be here. Yep. So how much is in between the two tracks? I can't remember. So if I do that. That. Nope. The one over this way. There we go. Yeah. Because being unstable. Marvel Rivals is very, very demanding. Very, very demanding. That was the what was I playing that on? That was the 68 or the 78? 78, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I don't. But it's also the fact that if it's an Unreal Engine game, something else I've said a lot of times, this isn't down to the hardware necessarily. This is down to developers. Unreal Engine games play badly on AMD.
Thank you for the 12 long months of subscribing, Elaine.
So,
12 months. That's almost
yeah,
a year.
they don't. They just don't play well on AMD cards. Elaine, hello, good evening. Almost a year.
Subscribed on Twitch for 12 months. And
that's almost a year. Nearly a year. Sometimes it could actually be a year. But hello, I hope you're having a good day today. Yeah. I'd have to try Marvel Rivals again with with the new card. Let's see what I can get out of it. Paste. Okay, so this is now the paste. I don't have any. I need to go over there and remove those tracks, which is going to be awkward. Yeah, we'll go for a swim. Oof. 4.970 is around 50, yeah. I thought most of the were 49. I've not really checked the ports on them. I know mine's an XFX card. But I didn't really. I mean, most of them are 4-port as far as I'm aware, but they normally do 2 DisplayPort and 2 HDMI. And I needed 3 DisplayPort because I have 3 DisplayPort monitors. And I was running one via a converter to HDMI to DisplayPort, and Windows, because Windows is the most smartest operating system on the world, if you disconnect a HDMI monitor, i.e. If your monitors go to sleep because you have power saving turned on, Windows thinks that it disconnected the HDMI monitor. So when you turn it back on again, it refines it and it moves your icons around and does all the bits and pieces of it because that's smart. And it's a Windows 11 feature as well. Feature, yeah. Doesn't do it on Windows 10. Yeah. There should be an edge of this here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Windows knows better choosing the best. Yeah, Windows does do that a fair few times. What's the other one that I've had issues with? Well, you can't move the start menu on Windows 11. I like having. I've got 3 monitors set up, and I have my start menu, the start taskbar, on the bottom of the first monitor, but I have it on the left-hand side of the monitor on the left. Sorry, I have it on the right-hand side of the monitor on the left, and I have it on the left-hand side of the monitor on the right. So they're vertical. They took that feature away in Windows 11, and you could re-enable it by changing a registry file. So I did that, and then with the latest, with not latest update, with an update about a year ago, they took the registry file away. So now you have to use third-party software to do it, and everyone's going, "Why have you taken stuff away? What was the purpose of taking away a feature that not many people use, granted, but why take it away? Why not just leave it?" what's the deal here? What? I am watching very carefully Catchy OS. Very, very carefully I'm watching Catchy OS. It's almost at the point where I could just install it, double click a file and it runs. And that'll be it for me. That'll be it. No more having to figure stuff out and install this thing and that thing via whatever the hell it is and blah blah. It just I'd like to be able to install Linux and then just download Steam, double click the Steam file and it installs it, which you can't. You can do but can't do. And yeah. I don't know. Maybe SteamOS will push it, although SteamOS is weird. Got better experience here once. Yeah. My only issue with the way Linux works is that I just can't download an exe and double click it. That was not my only issue. There are many issues I have with Linux though, but that's one of the big ones. Is the whole. It's not user intuitive coming from Windows to Linux. There's more you have to do. I could absolutely do those things. I'm just being lazy, and don't want to. That's the thing. I'm just being lazy, and don't want to. You're in the way again, train. Install this with things. Oh, I've got a Windows 95 install disk here somewhere. Deal. Right, so that's the right space there. Okay. So yeah, I've got a Windows 95 one. Can I? Oh, no, I have to go one more. Go one more, don't I? Should line up with that. There we go. Okay, cool. So can I Squash. Go here and copy this. The dreaded work is upon you. Oh yes, I know the feeling. Well, not the morning part, but you know. Yes, have a good evening. Where is halfway between these two? Yeah. A couple of things I have to do by hand. Yeah, it's it was one of those things where when I had to reinstall Windows, I was genuinely like, I'm going to go back to Windows 10. I've got a version of Windows 10, the Enterprise Edition, that you that doesn't update to Windows 11. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't update. It's a version that just doesn't update at all. It stays on Windows 10. Like, maybe we'll just go back to Windows 10. But I can see within a year some programs are going to go requires Windows 11 because of something. I don't know what, but something. Oh, hiccup. Right, so that, and you connect to that one? No, of course you can't. Yeah, I should be using the drone more. I keep forgetting the drone exists. You can connect to there, which means you would then go up to about here somewhere. That is not far enough apart from the... I could always put a Xeno tower in there anyway. I really could just put a Xeno tower in there. And do the same as I did last time. Right, where is halfway? Behind me, so let's see. So halfway would be there, those two. That should be correct. Yep, that is correct. Excellent. Bink. Put you in facing south, I think. I don't know. Lost track on those anyway. You connect to that, which you connect to that. There we go. And then we move this guy to be here. And that guy goes there. We get rid of that one. We get rid of that one. Bum. Look at that. You that. So let's go out with a drone. Let's copy this whole thing. Although I want to probably copy it without that there. So start copying it there. Ding. Do I want to copy the whole thing, or do I want to copy half of it? I think I want to copy half of it like I did last time. Stop! if I copy half of it up to there, we can then just rotate it and it connects down. However, I have noticed that that power line is not connected to that one. So yeah, okay. So we copy this. We're going to save this. We're going to overwrite our connection one because... And if we rotate this round, then go move sideways. And then paste that there. There we go. Okay. So now, we turn left and go straight on. Place. Yeah. And yeah. So confirm paste there. Go. Oh, I'm missing power poles. Oh, I've got 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That would be because I haven't picked up... Oh, why would you push N? Why would you do that, you silly hedgehog? There we go. Get back in the train. Get back in the train. Map. We haven't removed that one there, so I don't have enough things for this, so... Oh, not a drum room. Rotate it round. Move that down that way. Whoop. Bing. Paste missing power poles. Also, some of these aren't connected, are they? Yeah, you're not connected together. I don't think we can get down there and do that. I don't think it's too far away. Nope, too far away. Okay. But I need to go over there and remove that anyway, over there. And then some here as well. So go backwards train. Oh, stop. Stop. In fact, you can go forward. You can go and crash. Take me with you. You connect to there. Okay, now I have to go over there and remove. Oh, there's power lines and everything over there. I must have pressed the wrong button when I deleted the stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Full bounds. Collect everything. Did that leave anything behind? Any more little dots? Nope. Excellent. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. You want to go out over there somewhere? Select. Select. Do another one. Select and remove. Oh no, because you're still going to be underwater, aren't you? Yeah, that's okay. We can get to that in a minute. Should be a train here. There is. Load. Roundabout. Doop. Oh, I think I might have been one tile out, possibly. Paste. Look at that, beautiful. Okay. Now, would you load the connector in here and bring it this way? Paste. We've got to connect up to the roundabout, which is understandable. Then we've got to connect up to that thing down there, but I can't do that because too far away. Go backwards. Go. Stop. Not that there's any power, but I'm just putting it in there to make sure it's all done. The shame doesn't show me the power grid. Power grid overlay would be nice. Yeah. Okay. You should be set to turn left and floor it. Go, 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 go. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I was evaluating what space we actually need, and most of the boxes, if they were the 4x4, they're going to be empty. They're going to be just utterly empty inside. The rail parking uses 4 tiles. It's going to use these 4 tiles here, so that means we've got all this for the factory. So, yeah, I think we could. I might regret it. I might completely regret it and then go, oh no, I need to make them bigger. But then I can join 2 together. For instance, you know, we could just make 2 together, or we could do a 4 one, or you know. But I think making them smaller initially is going to be the better way to do things, because you can build vertically as well. And I don't build vertically. I really should. But select everything. 1, 2, and then come back. Paste. There. Go forward. Collect everything. You still can't place it there because it's not. So down by 2. Cover the stuff under the ground, collect everything, then come up by 2, and then come back, paste, and then I didn't collect the lines down there. Oh no, can I reach that? No. Oh. Whoa. Ah. Right, okay, go back a bit. Literally just like I'm like 10 meters out or something. No grip. Bing. Forward. You connect to that one, which in turn connects to that one, which is already connected to, apparently. Yes, it is. Okay. Then I need to break the lines here. Load the large roundabout. Paste. You can't reach that. Nope. Interesting how it's not connecting all the power lines up. There we go. Right, okay. Yeah. And down to minus. Oh yeah, this is incorrect because of this. Yeah. Down to -3 last night. Yeah, no. Nope. No, I'm sorry. You are incorrect. That's perfect hibernation weather. Wrap up in a nice big duvet and sleep the rest of the time away. We'll go to the other end. Damn it. I just pasted the tracks back in that removed the big roundabout down there. So turn the heater on in the pit room and went to bed for an hour. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Paste here, that. Then we want to get rid of these guys on this side. Yeah, I thought I repasted those over there. Right. Ah, good train. 2 more. Okay, back to where we were an hour and a half ago. Right. So we want to go just after a roundabout. We want to come off, have parking. But I'd like to do it like here, but this roundabout is not ideal for it, although there's plenty of space for it. Aha! Random power pole. Right, okay. So don't do it here because this is where I start the factory, but the plan would be to go after these two. Do this, so trains go round and roundabout, come along, join this here. We would go, well, I'll go 2, and then we turn in like that. We have 16. Like that. We then turn that way, which obviously we can't do because that's in the way, but that's fine. And then that would go down there. And that would become parking where it wants to go to along there. We could add a little bit more into these if I didn't want to put the junctions directly on the vehicles, but it's the joining point I was trying to figure out. So now I've moved this, so we know those signals are correct. Those ones are not because they're based on the larger roundabout. But those signals are correct from wherever we go to. So we could copy this as a template, is what I'm saying. So we could do this, copy this out here. I'd want to not copy the roundabout if I can help it, although I might have to, because even if I did that on a small one, we'd probably get the corner. Yeah, but this can come straight down. Yeah, that's actually not, that's not going to work. No, because that takes up more space than I'd like. I want to move this, shift this over by a few. Oh, it can go over by 1. We're in the right place here. So it can do that. Let's go down a load. Do that. Go 16, which is there. Need to turn that way. Still outside of the 4 tiles that I would like to use. And the problem with that is I'd like to come off the roundabout, have 16 tiles before we split it so that a train can fit here, so the train that's going to turn off if something happens isn't blocking the roundabout. Obviously this one doesn't matter here, but here that's 16 tiles between those two, which means if a train stops at this signal to turn off and come in, it will block the roundabout exit, which means the train coming through and going straight over can't go straight over because but that is the closest I can do it. It's technically the closest I can do this. Doesn't matter, this roundabout's not a, which puts it one larger than I'd like, because I wanted 2 tiles. It's not even 2 tiles because of this here, so for the factory to sit in here. So this will go down, we'll turn along, we'll join however many we need to do that. It can turn up as well and become vertical, and this will be the same, could be vertical, and then the station would sit in the center there. So there's 16. Oh, was that 16? Didn't see. Yes, that's 16. Oh, yes, that's 16. Okay, so 10 in there. Parking before that, that's not a problem. Parking can start here, that's not a problem. I'm looking at this and going, if I did vertical pickups or drop-offs, the factory would be like that wide, because this is, when I counted this earlier on before I shrunk it down, I didn't do 16 tiles, did I? I didn't do the fact that trains are going to have 3 carriages on them, not 2. That is a station. Do I have any stations on me? Did we get? Station. Looks in the wrong side. Can I build? I can't. What do I need? Xeno in advance. I need steel. Steel's like right over there. So it really might freeze the sun again because nighttime's pretty, but I need a stations could be on the other side of the platform, so this won't be a problem, yeah. The settings are so you can still see. But it looks all right to me. I can see stuff. It's just I'm always worried with YouTube. YouTube particularly, I know redoes things, so I don't know if it compresses the stuff and makes it difficult to see. So that's our station with 3 drops on it. I have underestimated how big the stations are. Right. Okay. Because I'm wondering if I could come off this junction here on the roundabout. Well, one of these, because this is obviously a bigger roundabout, so the junction doesn't fit properly. I need to shrink that down. I think once the door patches are done, we will shrink this down to a normal roundabout. But I wonder if we could come directly off the roundabout. So on the left-hand side, after a roundabout, we come off, come in, go down, and these are the drop-offs. And then when they're all finished, they come along and rejoin to the track here. Not at any point they rejoin. They could rejoin at any point, to be honest with you. They could come off and rejoin the main track. It wouldn't make any difference. The pickups, however, do need some form of parking, because if we have multiple trains for pickups, we need them to wait. So that would need coming off here, some form of parking, the pickups, and then move it on there. So let's go catch a train. So that's here. Need to move away from the right. If we came straight off the roundabout, which may not be the smartest idea, but if we came straight off the roundabout to here, like that. It's not gonna. That's not gonna work. I don't see how to do this. My brain is not letting me see how to do this. If I do that, we're already using so much space for things here. Yeah, I could research something, I suppose. Research all the blue things. So that's 16. The problem with this, that is that that is one parking bay, and that's where the trains come out. I shouldn't have shrunk the, I should not have shrunk the things down. I should not have shrunk the things down. We should go back to being 4x4. Should go back to being 4x4. Yep. Yep. I've completely underestimated how much space I need for the trains. God damn. Because I can't come back this way and then put a train in there. Like that. And then come around. Because that won't save us any space doing the zoom. The drop-offs would be here. The pickups would be here. Yeah, the factory is going to be that big, which is 128 tiles, which is not big enough. Some of the factories only 240 tiles. So yeah, this isn't going to work. Oh, go away. Yeah, I need to enlarge them back again to 4x4 because I lose a whole tile for parking anyway, at least on one access. because the trains have to come in. We could come in off there. I mean, I could, for the drop-offs, we could come straight off the track, and just go drop off, and have it come out, drop off, go back up again. You know, that's not difficult. So you have multiple drop-offs that just come off the main track and do their thing, or come off this side one here, come along, do what they're doing, and then rejoin. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to do it after the roundabout. So they come off the roundabout, come down, do all the drop-offs, and at the top come along and rejoin to there or wherever we can. So they would need to so we come off the roundabout, like that. This would have to go like 18 tiles. Come around. And come down by 16 tiles. Go this way, and that's not enough. Nope, it needs to go 19 tiles. Because it needs to do that. And that's a station. So that's for the drop-offs at the very least. We come off the roundabout, so whatever train can come down, go round the roundabout, come back along here, comes up there, and then this will be drop off, whatever it needs, and then they go along, and then they do a dunk to connect to there, so they can go around this roundabout to go wherever they want to go to. So the drop-offs would sit here, feeding back that way. The pickups will sit here. So yeah, the factory is going to be 128 tiles tall and then however long, which might work for some. In fact, it would still work for all of them, because I can build vertically, can't I? I can go up. So the ones that need more space just have a second level or a third level. I just can't figure out this, because the pickup needs parking. That needs to go one more as well, doesn't it? Yeah, because I don't have stations on me, but yeah. But this needs to be 16 tiles long. 16. So yeah, so that. Use the construction drone. It'd be great. It's got such a short bloody range. Oh, so that comes off of here and goes 19 tiles. There's a 180 down to there. These can go on wherever they want to go to, however many drop-offs we need to drop off. The signals have to be on the inside line, so like that. Boom. The stations go on that side. So I come to here. This would be a chain signal there because it has to be. And at this end, it will be a normal signal to tell the system that it's left this junction. The problem to this is that right? Yeah, that's fine. That would make you a chain signal. So we're coming off the roundabout onto a chain. So they might park there, waiting for this to be free to go through. but then that needs to be a normal signal here to break this up. And then that's no longer 19 or 16 tiles. Which would have happened anyway, no matter which way I go around doing this. Chain signal, yeah, then that can go along that way to the end, and at the end it will do that and reconnect to the track. Obviously we'll position the drop-offs wherever they need to be. Do. What I need to do is have a look in my research tree to where light is. Where is the jetpack? That's all inventory. Oh. There. So that is called jetpack. Wow. Where is jetpack? There. It's in the next. Wow. Okay. So not exactly close to that. Not exactly close to it. Tier 3 oil circuit boards, chemical processing, oleomote refined food fuel, and then we get jetpack. There. We come off that end, off of a roundabout, bump, and then we join just before the roundabout here. So any trains that joins can choose to go whichever direction it wants to go. These are the drop-offs, boom, 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 boom. I have as many as we need, and they come along and join to this point here, and away we go. The pickups can't quite do that. They need to come off here, come back again, and go parking, and then turn around, and then have the pickups here. So the train line would go along where this one is, opposite here. But the problem today is that that's not sharp enough to do this. So we come off of there. I don't think we can do that. No, we can't do that. We'd have to come off of that one. Won't we? Do 16 for parking. Turn back around, turn back again. Well, turn back around there. And then let's just say we had parking for 3 trains. Stop. Oh. Stop. Go 2, and then turn that one in, and then we go 2, and then turn that one in. See, they go down. Oop. They would join that one, and you would join that one. Seriously, that drone. To there, and then they come back there. That is enough. Okay, so we could get right. Okay, go back, go on to there. The drone is. I'm getting annoyed because I'm annoyed at myself. I'm annoyed at myself for screwing this up. That's the problem. I think I've screwed this up. But like every true professional, take that in the equipment. Definitely not my fault. Definitely not my fault. I would never make mistakes like that. Nope. Nope. Definitely the equipment's fault. I'll run out of tracks in a minute. Okay, I don't need the ones in the middle. We can always get rid of those for temporary. Right, so you go that way, you go that way. And then we turn that way. And that puts us, that's it. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can have space for 5 parking. That should be enough for pretty much everything we need. But 5 should be enough. We have a pickup with 5 stations on it, and then if we need, I mean, this can come out, and well, obviously this is backwards. This would be coming off here, and looping back and coming this way, and then when it finishes, it's got enough space to do the wiggle thing to connect here on the end. So it would park up. It would take up this much space. So we can have a pickup station here and here and here and here and here. The only problem the only thing I've got to be careful with is we've got 5 spaces for parking, and that must be divided amongst all of the stations that are there. So if you have 2 pickups, that's only going to be 3 trains each, because it's 5 plus the train, which is 6. Because if I say this one's 5 and that one's 5, 10 trains come along. There's only 5 parking spaces. They get stuck. That leaves 128 spaces in between there, as wide as we want to make it. We can come off here, come up, track goes along there, as many drop-offs as we need. Which is fine. The mall that we had that was making the conveyor belts, and then we added all many other different things to it, how many stations did that need? Because that's the most stations I've ever put anywhere. Construction parts also needed a lot, didn't it? Can I look in here and find construction material? Here. So this needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drop-offs. And the high-tech construction materials. So that's 9. We need 9 drop-offs. Can we fit 9 stations in here? Like this. Need to make more of whatever, we just copy the whole factory. If it's running at full speed, then yes. So, like for instance, let's construction materials are not good. Actually, yeah. Construction materials. Boom. So let's So 12A. Obviously, we've got to have robots and things to which changes the way things work. So, we're going to be dealing with the fastest belts. So that's only 1 belt coming out. Technically, a station can deal with 4 belts. Well, actually, no, because a station can deal with 6 belts, because we're upping it to 3 carriages. So the maximum throughput a thing could do, 1280 times 6, is 7680. Yeah, I just wonder whether I need to make... So that doesn't use more than 4 thermalite coming in. So that's fine. That would work for the input and output. So if we then ended up needing more than 7,680 of something, I'm just using construction materials because it's one that I know needs 5 drop-offs. So, but if we need more than 7,680 per minute, which will fill up a full station in 1 minute, because it's 6 belts, it will fill up a station in 1 minute. Then yes, I'll just build a second one of them, I suppose. Just copy it and build a second one. Yeah, I suppose just copy it and build a second one. Most of them are only going to have 1 pickup. Although, as you said, I think yesterday, was it you and Harper said yesterday about it makes more sense having 2 or 4 carriages? I don't want to go up to 4, that would be even more space. 2 carriages. Would give us more space on the drop-off, but not on the pickup. Sorry, more space on the pickup. Yeah, more space on the drop-off, but not on the pickup. So it will give us more space on this one here, because this one doesn't need to be as long, so it'll have more space. But this one would still be as wide because it's coming off of here. Yeah, that's the tightest we can have it. It would be shorter, so it'd only be 16 long. It'd be shorter, but I'm just thinking about if I do it with 3 carriages on each train. It means there's just less trains driving around on the track, isn't there? You know, you have to wait longer for the for the train to fill up and move. But then it doesn't have to move as often. It moves 50% less of the time a other one did, which means I could change the timeout on them. Maybe instead of waiting 5 minutes and going, they can wait 10 minutes before they go. So yeah, 2 versus 3 versus... Yeah, I mean, I'm building to 3 at the moment. If I go up to 4, I would definitely need to make the places bigger. Again, I'd have to go back to a 4x4 grid rather than a 2x2. Just because half of the actual space inside the grid is actually used up by trains. The pick up and drop offs. The actual factory itself is only a small thing in the centre. If I go back to making it 4x4, then we could go up to 4 carriages per train. I don't know whether 4 carriages per train would be 1280 times 4. No, hang on. No, it would be 1280. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 times 8. That's 10,040. That would be 4 carriages. Let's not go with that. Let's go with something that we know we're going to use. What about components? What about so 1240, 10240. We'd have Tekken rods being made elsewhere, so that's fine. So the Tekken rods will come in. That's 256 assembler Mark 3s. That's 32 per line, because obviously we need 8 lines. Times 3. That's 96 tiles I need just for those, if I put them on the ground floor. If I didn't go vertically, I just put it on the ground floor. That is, however, only 1 train drop-off. If I can keep the drop-offs lower than the outputs, which I think is pretty much everything. I don't think you ever put more in than you get out. Then there's no reason why I couldn't, with this setup here, have so that would just be a 1 train tech up, which would be full on 1 Tekken train drop off. I got space for loads of Tekken train drop off, so we could have higher and higher and higher, and more and more and more the buildings could just go taller, so we could have the 2nd floor, which will give us more for the next train. If I could do swirly trains, it'd be great, but unfortunately you can only go up or down in a straight line. I'd love to build an actual a spiral train going up and down. Oof. But if I did go back to the 4x4, because so what was that? 32 times 3. I need 96 tiles. This is 128 tiles. So technically, this is big enough to put that factory in anyway. If we was going with 4 trains, but to make this 4 longer, this would have to be longer. This would have to be further out. There, which loses more space here, and this would have to come down further. So that way, at the moment, I'm building to three trains. I think. does. I went to 4 length. So let's do it here. I can always pick this up. I'm experimenting now. We're going to do experiments. So that there. This is a that's the return. That's the rejoin the track thing. Okay. That rejoins the track under that signal there. Yep. Okay. I might actually want to put it one further. It doesn't matter. So that would be 20 tracks, wouldn't it? Because it's 4 tracks per train, so we have to go 20 tracks, which is that long. Like that. That will allow us to put 1 more parking space in. So we could have 6 parking spaces and then twist it back again. I don't think running anything at 45 degrees would help here. Because if we, I know this is backwards. This is supposed to be coming off of here, and doing this here, but I had that, so that's why. We could come up and do an angle down that way, and then come back up again. But maybe we could put a bit more parking in with the last one in there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The train is right there. I'm not even 100 meters away and you're running out of signal. Right, well, you're stuck now. Right, so again, this is backwards, it's fine, it doesn't matter. The distances are the same. If we came off there, did that Went that way. Went this way. I've just got back up one for that. Like that. The carriage is on me, damn it. Don't know how much space these take up. You've got there, and then it'd have to go 1, 2, and do the same thing. So it goes to there, goes down to there, goes along. I can never envision these angled tracks. I can't, because that's not right. That's not right. Because you should have your own. Yeah, like that.
Thanks
You
for
should
the
do
raid,
that.
Zorkenheimer, and welcoming raiders.
Oh. Dorchenheimer, hello, good evening. I hope you're having a good day today. Welcome in. Thank you very, very much for the raid. Also playing Foundry. I hope you've been enjoying yourself. I've been having much more fun than I have. Yes, welcome in. Thank you very, very much for the raid. I've actually figured out crystals. Ah, nice. Nice. I am, as you can see, playing with trains a lot. Getting things very, very wrong. A lot. Go backwards. We are completely in the wrong place here. You should both not dressing. Yeah, that's what the construction drone is for, as far as I'm aware. Unfortunately, it's got such a short range. I've now just moved myself way too far away. Oh, this was built from Walkers. No. Nope. The trains on top of the water is Spirited Away. That's where I got the idea from. Great. I managed to put a piece of track all the way down over there, and now I can't collect it. But the drone doesn't have a long enough range. Right, down we go. Where did it go? That way. Yeah. Did Water Arc 7 have trains on the water, or was that So long. So long. Whoa. So remove these bits here. I'm just trying to figure out my my parking thing, how I'm going to have the trains be able to park and wait for pickups to happen. Not made it past the episode. I can't even remember the last episode I saw. Been a long time. Yeah, couldn't even tell you where I was at. Could probably extend these out here and shrink those down there because it looks weird. Also, I want to bring that further in from this, but that's... But yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the same as we were last time. And put that off there. Wow. Okay, so that's 5 trains parking there. And yeah, that can come back and do that. We could get way more trains in parking by doing that diagonal thing that I can never get my brain around properly. The problem is we need to actually I need to pick that train up and can't pick the train up whilst I'm inside it. I'm not inside it. Oh, okay. Oosh. Yeah, I'm using obviously I'm using a mod to change the world, so the actual land default height is at 95 down here rather than 127. So we've got 32 tiles of water. The entire world is covered in water. The whole world. We've got one island there with our Tuluxite vein on it, the starting island, and then the rest of the world is all going to be covered in water completely. So. Hi, BB. Not now. Not today. I need to grab... oh, I'll grab that. There you go. Look. Let me out. Bum, 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 bum. I did. I wanted an ocean world. I wanted a water world for ages and ages and ages. But I don't... Now I have it, and I'm glad I got it. It's kind of awkward. Until I get flight, it's going to be kind of awkward to just exist inside. But that's just the way things are. Go here. Let me cut that off there because it's technically facing the wrong direction because I built it on the wrong side of the track, but that's okay. And then signals. So the signals will go in like that. Blum, blum, blum. They can actually have... Wow, okay. So if I put a train engine, right, if I get rid of that train engine in there, put in 3 carriages like we was going to. Can't even get a signal 3 carriages back. It's like, seriously, come on. Maybe 100-meter range on this thing. Oh. And then that would be there, which we can put down on every single one of them. And that will fit our trains. Will fit our trains with 3 carriages. And they're all individual. The trains would park like that. If I move the signals down to here, we could probably put 4 carriages in. Yeah, if I move the signals down to there, let's get rid of that and then tell you to go forward. You'd stop there. Yeah. 4 trains in there for parking. We have to go up there for the that. So I think we're going to stick with 3, or maybe even go down to 2. If I went back to 2 trains, that would give me more space in between, and then I could stay on this grid. Instead of 3, we go back down to 2. It balances well for the 2 as well, because it's it gives you 4 belts. The train then have 4 belts unloading and 4 belts loading, which is one side of a box, which does work well. So we can unload into a box, put them. And then after the box have a balancer, after the unload have a balancer, and then before the box for the trains have a balancer, if I'm rightly. So, and that would allow me to carry on with this here. So, okay. If we went 2 trains, this, we can put the signal in. Well, it can technically go there, but I put it in there on the straight pieces. Go backwards. Oh, go back. Go back, go back, go back. What's that? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 4 and straighten out. Yeah, loads of space. See how far. Oh, that. Train. Oh, you stop anyway. There's nowhere for you to go. I wonder if I could go... That's 6 pieces of track from there, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 pieces of track. Okay, let's go. That sounds very strange, but I want the train to park straight. It needs to be 9 pieces of track long. Fit 2 carriages, yeah, it's got to be 9 pieces of track long. And then that wouldn't, no. So we get rid of those ones. Right. There you go. Right. That's better. That keeps it further away from that track there. You can do that. And then there would be train signal there, there, and there. You would have a standard signal there. And then the trains can park on the straight pieces. There's plenty of space to do that. Let's see how many we can... get up, get up. That's the last one we could do. Goes there. 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Can't do that. Can't do that. Do 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 do. Too close to the other track. Don't do weird things. Like that. And then this goes 9. Right. So we can have that many parking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we can't because I need to come down. It's got to be here. So we're leaving 128 for the things. Although we're only going to go down to 2 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, technically we can fit 9 parking there, but that's not going to work because this needs to come down. So in order to reconnect to this, we have to do that. Go over here and do it. Boop. Boop. There. So it's for 2 carriages, it's 12 tracks. So there. Sausage wrapped in bread for lunch. Oh, nice. 12 tracks is there. Which means I gotta get rid of all of these.
Thank you for the 17 long months of subscribing in Belcore Gamemate. 17 months with the cutest hedgehog on Twitch.
Embo, thank you very, very much for 17.
Belcore Gamemate has been subscribed on Twitch for 17 months. And says 17 months with the cutest hedgehog on Twitch.
Cutest hedgehog on Twitch? Ah, but you're here, so... Who's this other hedgehog? Are you seeing other hedgehogs? Is that what you're saying? Are you watching other hedgehogs? That's not going to be right either. That's where the road goes in. So that road needs to come down to here. Okay, twice. Okay, twice. Sorry, what? What? Don't know why it came through twice. Don't have a clue why it came through twice. But according to Speakerboard, it did indeed trigger twice. I wonder... Oh, the global events are re-enabled. Yes, yes, yes. So speaker bot and streamer bot were both doing the same thing. Yeah, that's why you would have heard it twice. So that's actually the closest we can now be. Well, maybe not then, actually. Hold on. So that is with a 2 train drop off. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're back to 5. I think 5 will be fine. 5 parking for anywhere will be fine. I can't think of anything that needs more than that. Don't want this bit here. I don't know if I can copy paste this part because it's technically facing the wrong direction. It might interfere with the roundabout down there, which I don't really want it to do. So, do I have enough signals? Probably. Do. And realistically, if we did need more parking for anywhere, we could always move the signals along. Maybe. Possibly. Don't know. Maybe we could fit one more in there, but five should be fine. Whoa. Okay, so excuse me. Can we copy this? And if I copy it, can I then flip it? I don't think I can I? Which means it's facing the wrong direction. Because it needs to come off here and go backwards and do this backwards, doesn't it? I don't think I can flip. No. Hold on. I'm going to point directly east. So I am at 74. Got like an 80-meter range. Wow. Okay, but that's going to be our parking, although it is the wrong direction. It's flipped the wrong direction, so but it will come off here. Come back, come along here, and then go vertical. So these will go vertical here, and then it'll go to, yeah, off there. The trains will come off of here, park here, and when they're needed, they will come along here, go vertical, which will park here for the loading, and then when they finish loading, they'll come off the end, go to the end here, and then join that signal there, which then joins a roundabout, which means they can go off where they want to go. That means, because this will be shorter as well here, I've now got 128 plus half a tile, which is 16, so 32, 40, 50, 70. So I've got 170 tiles to play with between each one. I really wish, rather than it disconnecting and returning to base, it would just stop at the range. No, you just can't go any further. Yeah. So, oh, whoa, chair, whoa. The only other then question we have, so I'm settled on that, I'm happy with that, that's fine. I will build it somewhere and then copy it so we can paste it in. Wherever we need to paste it in, I can just slap in 5 parking at each single place, that's not a problem. I don't think I can copy that there, because if I try and copy it, it's going to touch this here, so, and it's facing the wrong direction. But do we load from the top and unload from the bottom? So drop off at the top, pick up at the bottom, or do we drop off at the bottom, pick up at the top, or left or right? Which way do we do this? Which way should we do this? I want to pick the train up. I don't actually want to. Let's do that. Yeah, it's going to catch the corner there, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't, no, because it's facing the wrong direction. I can't do anything with it anyway. It's not facing the correct The good news about the drone is it seems to be a column, not an actual sphere, because I've now sunk to the bottom of the ocean over there. I'm down there. the drone doesn't appear to be affected by height. Well, it is finally affected by height as I got up to there. Not a sphere. Definitely not a sphere. Anyway, right. That way. Oosh. Right, let's clear out this piece and then we'll put the parking in so I can copy it. Let's go a bit further along the track than we would do normally. Right, so we want to come off here and do a 180, like that. Turn this way. It wants to go by 9, but it's not going to work. It can't go by 9 to start with, can it? No, it's got to go up further than that. 1, 2, 3, and then come this way. Nine. One tile. Yeah, one tile should be fine. And then that goes go up however many it wants to go up. Oh. Right, so 1, 2. Hold on before we do that. So, no, you want to be 2 away from the edge. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn in. Come on. Do 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 do. Ready. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9. 9. And 9. No. 9. So this wants to go a minimum of 12, then turn in. Oh, and that should leave. Oh, it's left a 2 gap. Interesting. Actually, minimum of 12 because that's where the stations are going to go, isn't it? So that's like that because that can then do that. So the other end, it can come down and do that there. That's why there's a 2 gap there. Yeah, there's a 2 gap there. That's right. That is right. There should be a 2 gap. No, up. Okay. Oh, signals. Need to put signals in before I copy anything. So down here, before it does any splitting, I want to have a chain signal. Not that's really going to work for us because putting all the signals too close together. Not much I can do about it. Fortunately. No, that's wrong. It says curve small right. No, it's definitely left. Yeah, signal there, another signal there. And that will go along to whatever pickups will be there. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So you also want to go one more, I think. Like that. Okay. There we go. I don't know where I want another signal to go yet. I probably should put one more in at least. Put a signal here. Just so I know. Oh, no, that side. None of the trains should move from there because they're all chain signals anyway. But if we have 2 stations, maybe they can figure out that the path is clear to the second station early and move. I don't know. But I just want to break it up a little bit. So, confirm copy and place. Save as train layouts. Layouts. Parking. Oh, excuse me. Train. Parking. Signals. Save. Load. I'm going to change this. Wants to be that one, train. Save. This. Okay, just to conform to the machine. So it's rail signal, bing, and then rail signal, and then and that's got a train. Okay. So I haven't done a great deal this stream. I know it's been very, 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 very slow. But if this hasn't copied that over there, which is awesome. That means I can demolish this, and I can move it to there. Problem is that's if I paste this and it's not right, it's going to break the track when I delete it, and I can't tell if it's right because I have sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Through my thinking process. Not sure if not so sure about the thinking part. So oh, yawning. Not yawning. Yeah, so that can't go in the corner there. It's got to go one more that way, hasn't it? I think like that. Which needs a double gap on that side there. Because that's where the signal is. That signal shouldn't be there. That's old hat. So, pace, I'm happy with that. Go. Ding. Yeah, go. It's the same curve. Beautiful. There's the 5 parking there. That can come along and go to whatever the pickups need to go to there. So I guess we're going to pick up from the bottom and drop off from the top. The top one can come off of the roundabout here. I know this comes one further here, but that's because it needs parking. We can come off the roundabout, come down, and then just literally go along and go bump up into what everyone wants to go into, and then come off and go into there. I can't do that because I put down a factory here. And I'm yawning a lot. Yeah. Plenty of space for more parking here. We could absolutely move these out and make the trains bigger if we wanted to. But if I made the trains bigger, we would need bigger stations, and the bigger stations won't work for this system. So Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I was unhappy after I wanted to change the thing to back to words to things to speak English. I want to change these back to being on a. It's not even a 3x3 grid. Well, it's, yeah, the centre's a 3x3 instead of a 4x4. So I wanted to change it back to a 3x3 because I really thought that the 4x4 was going to waste a lot of space. Like the factories are going to sit in the middle of this tiny hole and there's going to be nothing around them. This way, there's going to be nothing like, well, the factories can expand out this way. So we can always do more. We'll start in the middle. And expand it out. And of course this can have a station there and there and there and there and whatever we need to do. So do that. And then the drop-offs at the top will go there. And then if we need to add more drop-offs, we can just add them. But then most of the things that we make, I mean, Techum's going to require actual, it's a one-to-one. What about what about advanced machine parts? Let's go with that. It's 1,000. No, it's not. We're going down to 2 trains now, and it says 1,024. 1,280. It's 5,120. Try that again. 5,120. Okay. Obviously we would be making the machine parts and the steel beams elsewhere. Requires 85 machines, but that is 85.33 machines divided by 4 because we're going to put like one belt on it. So it's only 14 machines per belt. And it needs to be built to that spec, but not built to start with, because we're only going to be on yellow belts to start with, so there's no point in building all 85 machines because we can't run it at that speed. So we have to go down to yellow belt speed, which is 320. But I'd want to leave the space to put in 85 so that we can just expand it later. Yeah. Advanced machine parts is a bad concept because we should be using normal machine parts. Um, 5,120. That's 4 belts, which is 4 belt tin. Which is a lot of smelters. That's a lot of smelters. That's 256 smelters. Because we're not using the. Oh, actually, well, so it's 170 smelters because we're on that one right now. We haven't got blast furnace. I don't know where the blast furnace is in the tech tree. But isn't that the first modular building we get? I think so. Oh wow, blast furnace is final times pack. We're nowhere near it's that. Okay. Yeah. Put the sub factories. My plan is that I'm going to build a mini starter base, which will have. I kind of did start it over wherever it was over there. It will make the absolute basics. So it's going to make assemblers, conveyor belts, flooring. Oh, and train tracks. And train tracks. That's what that's what it'll do. It'll make those. Throw them in the Xeno system. Not that we have access to the Xeno system because I need power. So yeah. So it's going to do first module of the scan. Oh yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but yes, I'm going to have a little base that's going to make like the machine, and then I'm going to go off and go right. So whatever this one is going to be probably, I don't know. Maybe this will be the smelters. We'll make this the smelters. We drop the xenoferrite and the techum in here, and we have both smelters going in here. Then we pick up the techum and xenoferrite at the bottom. So this might be the smelters, and then this one will be something else. I don't know what it'll be, but I will have one segment somewhere which will be making all the different conveyor belts and a couple of things just to fill up my pockets. That'll be our little factory. It might also be the place that does science, because lots of things in science are needed by us, aren't they? They're so like obviously machine parts and tech, and that's easy to do anyway. But conveyor belts and building blocks, I want to have myself. So there's no point in making them in two places. I might as well make them in one place and have the science there as well. So they fill up a box, and then after the box is full, it goes off to science, or vice versa, whatever. And then the Mark III science, which I'm not sure what the Mark III science is. So advanced machine parts, concretes, and thermalite bars. I don't actually need any of them myself. So maybe we'll have a separate science factory. Any problem with that? Yeah. I don't know how many we need. Let's go with 160. Which is just a conveyor belt's worth. AC 80. Deluxe site processing is needed. 40 and 40. Okay, so it's 40 of those, and then the other 3 are 80 each. But it needs things. So let me just add the raw resources in, so we know we're not collecting them. Oh, you're still going to do the raw resources, even though we say we have them in there. Yeah, we'll have to make these separately. So, okay, science will probably be its own place. And we just have lots of train stations dropping off stuff. 3, 4, 5, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine, 10, 11. It's going to have 12 drops and a spaceship. 12 drops and a spaceship drop off. It's got to have 12 drop off points. Go off there. You could get an angle to come back and try and get more in, but is that 4, 8, 12? So that's like the whole bay, but it won't have any pickups, so we could technically have some drop-offs at the bottom as well. We could have both. So the science got there, but yeah, but no. To answer your question, sorry. Yes, it will be. I'd have a little factory to start with, which would just be making assemblers, flooring, conveyor belts, that sort of thing, and then we will build our satellite factories as we go. Probably empowered by whatever science requires next. So we'll do smelters here. I think that makes sense. We'll do xenoferrite, techum, and steel here. A train station to rival Grand Central. Yeah. I mean, that's a station. And then you need a little gap in between it, and the next one will sit there. So you can get you can get 3 stations in every 2 tiles. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So from there to there would be 12. Problem is we come off here and the road down is here. But I don't know if I can come off and then go an angle that way, and then turn back again. We might be able to do that. I don't know. But either way, I want to go to bed. I'm tired. I didn't manage to achieve anything I really wanted to achieve, which kind of sucks, but I moved the rails. We put the rails back above the water. It might have been fun having them under the water, but it's not practical. It's not practical having them under the water. I can't see them to do anything with them. There we go. Look. Awesome. You're already doing some science here anyway, aren't you? Yeah. Got no blue science though. Got no blue science. I think we used it all up. Yeah. So, can I build an assembler Mach 2? And upgrade you. You done what, 15 per minute? You still make 40, so you're fine. And you're going to now make 3 instead of 2, so you're going to actually catch up with this guy, I think. You're going to catch up with that one. Yay. Okay. Right. Yawn, sleepy sleep. Let's leave this here. Let's leave this one here. Oop. Bah. Yes. Apologies, not a lot has happened in this stream. We've 3 hours. Wow. Remember, 2 hours I was thinking I haven't done anything. Nearly 4 hours. And got a train layout done. So yeah. Okay, let me see if there's anybody I can send you over to. There is nobody playing Foundry. That sucks. Let's send you over to Saber, who is playing Power World. I need to get back in and play some more Power World, actually. I want to get back in and play some more of that. I think Tuesday is probably the plan. Do an early stream on Tuesday because it's my day off. So, yeah, we'll do that here. So, yeah, I will go and send you over to Saber. She is playing Power World. And I'm going to send you over to her because I can double raid her on both the Twitch and the tuber views. Click. Off. Job done. Yay. Okay. Okay. Save stream 2. It will save to cloud. Yay. Thank you, cloud. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I'll see you again in the next one. I think tomorrow, again, I'm going to be back playing more Foundry. That's the plan. That's the plan. Play more Foundry. And we'll actually get on and build a factory rather than build infrastructure. But it is needed. The infrastructure is still needed. So, yeah. But anyway, until then, as always, have fun.